Sangeet Gure walks in at number 4 into the side because of the injury to Wayne Parnell. And there's a best of 93 not out in his T20 career. They could do with that now. The Lions will feel as though this power play is going their way with two, we'd argue, form players that have got out. Match winners from the previous game are back in the hut. He's away.
Slightly quicker in the air in general. Picked up 3 in the previous game, conceding only 25 runs.
Malla usually picks up a wicket very early in his spell. Good hit. Very good hit. Midon was up in the circle. The invitation was there. Asif Sheikh looking very good this evening.
Last over of the power play overs. The fractions was tossed up and smashed quite nicely. Held on to his shape. Didn't try to overhit it. Didn't try to really muscle it. Asif was about to run a ball till this 6 happened. It'll be interesting how Malla actually bounces back. Maybe slightly flatter in the air, a little shorter. The carom ball that he bowls.
Straight to mid-off. Gets his man. Has the last laugh, Mullah. He's done this time and again. Each time he gets hit for a boundary, he comes back to take a wicket. And he has the better of Asif Sheikh, who was looking so good.
6 and out. Mullah amongst the wickets again. Like you rightly mentioned early on, that's what he does. It wasn't in the slot this time. It was a little shorter in length. Went really flat. And couldn't find a taller fielder, to be honest. Good luck clearing that guy. Trumpleman. Asif Sheikh dismissed for 20 is 35 for 3 poles.
Mullah is certainly making a strong case for himself for the T20 selections later next year. 9 wickets for him in the tournament. He's been on a hat-trick. He's struck at regular intervals. Shubh Kansakar comes out to play. What a time. Akash, you did mention something that I really like about Mullah is the way he just comes back as a bowler after being hit all around.
It's not about how often you fall or how badly you fall. It's all about how you bounce back. Let's have another look, a closer look. The earlier ball was fuller, was slower, but dispatched for a 6. This one slightly flatter. He tried to clear that mid-off fielder, but Trumpleman.
Yeah, Asif Sheikh's a great batter. We've seen him score heaps of runs for Nepal. Not had the greatest of tournaments. Started off with a 50, but just look at that, those cluster of white balls, and yeah, those are wickets. Before this wicket, again spin.
So that's Asif Sheikh versus spin. So full. It'll be interesting to see hit it down the ground, but also happens to be his nemesis. The sword that cuts both ways. Last ball of the power play overs. It's gone the Lions' way so far.
Great comeback by Mullah. Hit for a 6, gets the wicket of the same batter, concedes 1 after that. 7 runs and a wicket. We are done with the power play. It's 36 for 3. Yeah, very important game, not just for the Lions or the Janakpur Bulls. Teams sitting in the comforts of their rooms will also be keeping an eye on this, particularly the Chitwan Rhinos and the Pokhara Avengers, because the equation is very clear. Tilak Bhandari, another fine leg spinner. Really like Abhishek Gautam and Tilak Bhandari for the Lumbini Lions, and they've grown in stature and confidence as this tournament has progressed, Akash.
So spin twins. A mystery bowler from one end, a leggy from the other. Lumbini, that's the province where a lot of spinners have come from. Left-arm spinners is what I have been reliably informed. Quite a few from Lumbini.
Captain's delight, right? If you have all those bases covered from a leg spinner to a mystery spinner, the left-arm spinners are coming through in Nepal cricket. With each passing year, just went with the arm there.
Yeah, once again, it doesn't look like someone who's going to turn the ball a mile. Really high arm action for a leg spinner. It's going to be straight. It's It's going to be within the stumps.
Oh, lovely effort. That's what happens when you take 3 early wickets. Darcy shot. Wonderful commitment.
This is modern day T20 leg spin, Mikhail. There was a time when leg spinner used to go slightly round arm, get some side spin. Now everyone bowls like Rashid Khan, almost like Rashid Khan, or at least tries to high arm. Oh!
He's had to force the issue here. Work to do for the field and the deep. Brilliant effort by Trumpelman. Yeah, he's a huge personality. But look at that for commitment. The dive, the rollover, the pickup, the throw, everything in one motion.
Let's have a closer look. Very short stride. Not a lot of side spin. A bit of overspin. That's what Tilak does. Imparts on the ball.
I still remember in one of the tours that India had to South Africa, where Jacques Kallis was scoring heaps of runs. So one of the journalists asked Jacques Kallis, how are you countering the spin of Anil Kumble? He's like, you're not playing him as a spinner, we're playing him as a pacer. As simple as that, as a medium pacer. We're going in with that mindset.
Well, there were 600 other people who didn't find that easy. 600 test wickets for the great Anil Kumble. I think he was ahead of his time. This is a norm now. Leg spinners actually bowling straight, finishing within the stumps. Anil was doing it in the previous century as well. 7 done. It's 39 for 3.
Live from the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium, match number 25. A reminder to all our fans, the My Dear AC will reward one of the most energetic fans of the day with a brand new AC as the coolest fan of the day. At the moment, the coolest bowler of the tournament, Sher Malla. Every over he's finding a wicket. Every match he's been amongst them. Quite the impact bowler you want to have in side. Mystery is the flavor in T20 cricket.
I'd say mastery in mystery. A lot of people have tried doing that. And that was a long hop. Got away with it. I think so.
कैसे मान ली
Sunil Narayan. He was a bit of a revolutionary at that time. Ajanta Mendes. Now Rashid Khan is more of a leg spinner, but not really a leg spinner. Tries to keep everything within the stumps. Digvesh Rathi in India. He is idolized. Sunil Narayan. Malla from the same school of thought.
Chakravarti for that matter. What a name he's made for himself, his consistency. The heart with which he bowls and experiments in crunch games and situations. Akash, I remember Achanta Mendes, you spoke about him 2008, the Test series. India was all over the place trying to understand what's happening.
Right now, Varun Chakravarti, number 1 T20 guy in the world. Stop Malla now. I do feel that he can be a little quicker in the air or a mystery spinner. He's operated in that late 70s kilometers per hour range. This was a little quicker. This was perhaps the quickest. Today, 84 kilometers per hour.
Talking about Malla, okay. Bit of a pun intended here. He plays for the Lumbini Lions, so he's Lion. His name is Sher. So Lion Malla.
Everything goes as long as he's roaring as a lion. Quite a breakthrough season for him, actually.
Trying to force the issue. They're not able to pick him. He's mixing it up well, particularly with the pace in the air and the length as well. Okay, 9 wickets for him in the tournament. He got a very good 30-odd in one of the games, which was a losing cause, but he came and hit the big sixes and some very good catches, one-handed stunners.
Stuart Law is here, keeping a close eye on the proceedings. Wants to make an impression. So that's where he operates. Last ball of the 8th over.
Yeah, you always want to impress your coach and selector, right, as a cricketer. Another quiet over for the Janakpur Poles. They need to really turn things around with the bat. 45 for 3. Just the one game today, and it's a packed house once again. Huge support for the Lumbini Lions. The sun has set, the coolers are on. Maybe trying to win the coolers fan. Kure. Just faced me. He spent a lot of time already in the middle. Too many spin options here for Rohit Paudel, and that's a very good sign.
Nice.
This will really not help their cause. They'll have to really step foot on accelerator. Let's get some perspective from the Janakpur Bowls camp. I believe Jess Crow has someone alongside her. Take it away, Jess.
That's right, I'm joined here by Wayne Parnell. Wayne, of course, watching from the dugouts today. How has it been watching the team perform out there?
Yeah, I think obviously the surface looks completely different to the other ones. We've got to just try and build a nice partnership here. Probably looking at 65, around 10, and then take it into the back end. We've got some nice hitters in the shed still.
Nice. You had an outstanding performance last match. Was there a little bit of a shift in mindset, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, T20 cricket's a very, very funny game. For us, it was just about staying positive. I think even though we've lost games, we've been close. So it was more a mental shift, I guess, and to obviously see the guys play the way that they did in the last game was really refreshing, because we have a really good squad. Today, like I said, the surface seems a bit different, so maybe tactically we have to be a little smarter.
And how have you found that surface has been playing out there with the bat?
Yeah, generally they've been decent. Obviously quite dry out there, so slightly lower scores. One or two of the strips play nicely. We had one or two high scoring games, but I think generally around that 150, 160 mark seems to kind of be par.
And stepping into the role as captain of the Bowls, what did that preparation look like for you?
Oh, it was just a natural thing for me. I think it's something that I really enjoy doing, and even now as well, not being captain, it doesn't faze me much. It's still just contributing on and off the field and trying to make everyone better.
Great stuff. And I mean, the support has been outstanding all tournament. How's that been for you guys on the field, feeling the love?
Amazing. I didn't expect it to be this loud and this full, but yeah, I think everyone's really come out. Hopefully we've played good cricket and everyone's enjoyed it.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. Great work.
Well, thanks.
Thank you. Back to comms.
Thanks, Jess. Yes, you really want to assess how to play on the surface. Wayne Parnell suggesting a partnership at this stage, maybe finish it around 60-65 after 10, and then in the back end get some hitters. But they'll have to really reassess what's a very good and a safe total on the surface. At the moment, they've slowed things down in the Lumbini lines. Interestingly, both Kure and Kansakar, they haven't really gotten to double figures in this competition. Kure just played one game so far, and Kansakar has played 2 games. So 2 batters short of form, short of runs here in the middle for the Janakpur Bulls.
And trying to make an impression. May not be for this season, but the next season. Last boundary was 21 balls ago. It's been a while.
Seven runs of over number 9. It's 52 for 3. Yeah, they'll need to move on from here. The Janakpur Bulls, a must-win competition game for almost all the sides. Take a look at how the Janakpur Bulls have fared so far. The first 4 games were forgettable. Then came some life. They went on to win against the Rhinos. And it's been an up and down affair for them. And finally they got a win. And they won by 6 wickets and 15 balls in the last game, the Janakpur Bulls. Can they make it 2-2? Good use of his feet. That's played wide of covers. What's the safe score, Akash, if you're in the batting side in the dugout?
You've got to find a way to get to 145, 150. We saw both teams yesterday failing to chase. We've just gotten into a phase, Mikhail. Whether it's this over or the next over, we are in a very eventful phase of this T20 innings. I see Kansakar looking for a boundary.
Pulled around his stumps. Sher Malla is making it count and making this tournament his own. Kansakar stands in disbelief or disconsolate. That's up to him, but he'll have to walk back to the dugout. Wonder what he's indicating, but yeah, that was a wonderful delivery. Just that Kansakar played all over it.
He has no idea. Absolute. He went deep inside the crease. He felt that the ball hasn't really hit the stumps, but it did. No problem whatsoever at this end. I think the confirmation is going to come very soon. In this shape and form, it is not the gloves, it's the ball that has dismissed the stumps. Just went really deep inside the crease, couldn't really read the spin off the hand, neither of the surface. And that's the end of Kansakar. Another wicket for Malla. Bulls have lost their 4th wicket for 53. Shobhaz got 11 or 15.
Yeah, Rambakuela gives a tap on the watch, and this will also suggest we are heading into our expert strategic timeout. DJs belting out songs, and the fans are grooving to every bit of the weekend setting in this part of the world, and the Lumbini Lions are roaring in the middle, and they have some huge support as well. Akash Chopra, did you ever imagine that in a wintry month of December you'll be in Nepal seeing such scenes?
And every day of the week, Mikhail. Of course, expert education strategic timeout is coming to an end. We saw similar scenes yesterday. We've got a full house today. It's absolutely outstanding. Buzzing.
He's had a good tournament. Krishnamurthy has taken some great catches in the deep. He's been amongst wickets. Got a 50 as well a couple of days ago. Very fine player. He got a 50 against the Sudur Paschim Royals. That's when they got 145, the Janakpur Bulls. But this man, not a bad time to impress, particularly when your coach is watching every game and just making a mental note of things, Akash.
I'm pretty sure, knowing the venue for the T20 World Cup for Nepal, you also bear in mind the kind of bowlers you'll probably need at the Wankhede Stadium, the red soil pitch. There'll be a bit more bounce and pace. But it's also a phenomenal pitch to bat on. This is a good shot, good start. Equally well fielded in the deep. Okay, let's have a look. He went right across. I had no clue he was playing. He actually played for the leg spin. The ball didn't really spin at all. Went with the arm. And Malla, 2 wickets. So I'm just thinking, whenever Nepal sits down to pick their team for the T20 World Cup, venue will have to be on their mind. They're playing all their league games, the first group games in Wankhede Stadium. This is a black soil surface at this beautiful TU Stadium. But at Wankhede will be the red soil surface. The pitch will still be a very good one to bat on. So you'll need quality with spin. It's not going to be your regular left-arm spin that is going to turn and bite. You might need people like Malla there.
Yeah, particularly a bowler like Malla who doesn't mind getting hit sometimes because he knows he can come back as well. In this over too, if you'll just look at the way he's bowled, he's tossed up quite a few deliveries. Just understanding that there's a new batter in and throw the challenge to him. You've got to really bowl with a big heart and be a bit brave as well. Then he mixes it up well with a straighter one, a faster one, a leg cutter here, a leg cutter there. Terrific over by Malla. 5 runs and a wicket. It's 57 for 4 at the halfway stage with some work to do for the Janakpur Bulls.
The fate of the Bolt season, it hangs in the balance. Indeed, the fate of the Avengers alongside them, and indeed the Chitwan Rhinos too. 3 teams, one of them in action, and 2 watching on, desperate for one result. That's for the Bolts to win and to keep this group stage alive. Trumpelman, well, he's been impressive all season. Predominantly with the ball, but the occasional flash with the bat, good in the field too. Great signing, very, very shrewd signing, the Namibian. And he's been excellent. Mix up, direct hit would have been gone. They're going to end up getting the single, but not the way Corey or Krishnamurthy would have wanted it. Could easily have been the 5th wicket, Fazil.
Well, yes, that's the last thing they need right now. The Janakpur Bulls have had a nightmare of a season. There's some redemption for them. on the horizon, but they need to get runs on the board. It is not the best surface there. It is. He was not even in the frame. Trumpelman, despair. But they just concede that single. They need that 147. 9 runs and over from here. They have 6 wickets in hand. And 2 of the best out there in the middle.
Really been interested by Lofty Eaton's position in this batting lineup. He's 7th at best in the order when he's not being the captain. I think he's tended to bat at 4 and 5. But with Corey coming in, they've decided to throw him up the order. The promotion of Kansakar was the one that slightly bemused me, because Krishnamurthy's had an excellent season. Surely you want him out there for a bit more. And Lofty Eaton has an unbelievable record at this ground. 3rd captain of the season. It's fair to say everything hasn't gone to plan for the Bolts.
Well, it's a clear reflection of how their season has been, but I'm with you when I say, when you say Lofty Eaton needed to come up. Certainly, number 1, he's their man in form.
Good job. 1 bounce and 4. Mid-off is up in the circle. Just on cue. Whoever pressed that graphic downstairs, 31 balls without a boundary, it's broken. There's the first boundary in a while.
Much needed one. It was in the slot. A rare loose delivery from Trumpelman and dealt with the severity that it needed to be. Perhaps was aiming to go a lot squarer, but did go straight down the ground, and that was the right place.
That's the length that Trumpelman is supposed to bowl with this field. Readjusts, gets it right. Just haven't been able to get any momentum. What's a good score here, Faz? So hard to know.
Well, I did mention it at the pitch report. I think anywhere between 145 to 150 is par for the course. If they get anything above 150 to 160, that'll be above par, in my opinion. It's not the easiest of surfaces to bat on, and it gets increasingly difficult if you're a new batsman in. So chasing 6s and 7s is not going to be easy right up front.
Really good shots. Second boundary in the over. Finally some momentum. Finally something for the Bolts Army to cheer. It's 67 for 4. To go. Head coach Shivnarine Chanderpaul. I can't think of many franchise sides in any competition that have 3 captains in a season. Every other Nepal Premier League side has only had 1 captain. And the Bolts, now across the 2 seasons, they've had 4.
Well, that's the reason why they're languishing at the bottom of the table. There he is in the foreground, Shivnarine Chanderpaul, and the captain of the last game, Wayne Parnell, to the right of your screen.
Now, how good has Sher Bala been? Another one who's benefited from time in India. Many players born here in Nepal find ways to get down to academies in Delhi and Chennai and Kolkata and Bangalore. Bala actually net bowled for the Lucknow Supergiants, and it was Marcus Stoinis in particular who was a huge encouragement to him, and couldn't believe as to why he hadn't been capped yet for the Nepal national team. And it's funny, little moments like that when you get to mix with great players like Wayne Parnell on the screen, but like a Marcus Stoinis with such international and IPL. It's raised your confidence, and Sher Bala's having a phenomenal. Just like so many of the domestic dominating.
Well, he's bowled really, taking nothing away from him, but the pitches have assisted his brand of bowling as well, and he's been intelligent. He slowed it up when it needed to, pushed it in the air. Just take a look at that. Between 4 and 6 meters, 50% of his bowling has been done there, and that's exactly the length that we need to left-handers on this kind of a surface. So he's done really well for them, Shermala. That's the reason why the Lumbini Lions, Andrew, have got that move on in the tournament, and they're looking at a place at the top 4.
Have a look at this piece of fielding here. Outstanding. Not just the clean pickup, but preventing the single and the quick release. Irie, Paudel, Bertel, the best there are here. Takes on the single. Christian Murphy's very quick. And Mallet as well to avoid the overthrow.
2 for 20. He has just one delivery left in this spell of his.